Pittsburgh Steelers offensive coordinator Matt Canada just revealed that the Steelers offense this season will not be changing that much and the identity of the team offense will stay the same from last season. Many of us Pittsburgh Steelers fans are really ecstatic about the team's potential for the 2023 NFL season, especially after so many moves made by General Manager Omar Khan and the really good draft picks that we had so far and the difference on the roster, especially on the offensive line where we added two more starters and even tight end where we brought in a big guy in the draft and also wide receiver in Allen Robinson. So we got more weapons around Kenny Pickett and it looks like we're going to be looking towards run the football more, getting a better offensive line than we had last season. But the one concern that still is on the team that many of us just are still worrying about because we see the potential for the offense and the one person holding it back might be Matt Canada because he still remains the offense coordinator for the team for his third season at that position. So his first 2 years with the Steelers, obviously he had Ben Roethlisberger in his last season and he had rookie quarterback Kenny Pickett in his first season as well. But that's no excuse for him because now this is his third season and second season with Kenny Pickett. He has no more excuses. And now, if he doesn't present an offense that is capable of scoring high points and not just relying on the defense to cause turnovers to get you easy points and win the game. So, with that being said, with all the new guys, we're expecting a different offense. But Matt Canada just yesterday did an interview talking about the offense identity going into next season, and it looks like not much will be changing from last season in terms of the scheme. Here's this full quote. "We want to run the football. We want to be physical. We want to be a good team that throws the ball down the field and takes advantage of what the defense gives us. I think our identity is well known. We will stay where we are at." There is an identity that comes as an organizational plan from Mr. Rooney to Coach Tomlin. Obviously, when I say we're going to run the ball, that doesn't mean we're going to run it every play. In this league, quarterback makes plays and makes plays to win the game at those key moments. We have great faith in Kenny, Mitch, and Mason. So, the beginning of his quote and the end of his quotes, those make sense. What he said makes sense. But these words where he said, "We will stay where we are at," it makes you think of the old saying, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Because when you think about it, what he's basically saying is he liked what the offense did last season. And us watching it, the offense was so bland and didn't really look like he knew what he was doing and what plays he wanted to call. And he wasn't taking advantage of the mismatches that he had on the offense and the playmakers we had. Dionte Johnson had his worst season since his rookie season, and even George Pickens didn't get catches as sometimes until the fourth quarter. He had 0 catches in the first half many times, and even Pat Freiermuth, he would have a game where he does really good, but the next game he would be non-existent in the game plan. So on the season, the offense ranked just 26th in points per game, averaging at 18.1 points per game, and 23rd in total yards per game with 322.6. So those numbers aren't good at all. When you're talking about 18 points, and you even think about that, the only games where we really won is when the defense took over. The defense basically had to hold the team to under 18 points for us to win. And many of our wins, especially late in the season, because we all talk about after the bye week. When you look at the defense never let up more than 18 points, I don't think at all, in the second half of the season after the bye week, meaning that we won games. But in the first half of the season, the defense was a little bit up and down, so that's where we started losing games. But when we went on the stretch run, yes, the offense was better, but it was better because the defense was excellent. The defense was causing turnovers, giving us a short field, and we're actually making stuff happen on offense off of those turnovers. But in the first half, we weren't, because the defense wasn't causing as many plays. Yes, that first game against the Bengals, like I said, we won because of their defense causing turnovers. But the games where our defense didn't play great, our offense wouldn't do anything. And just looking back at it for the Steelers for a long time, the offense just hasn't been the same since, if you remember, that Carolina Panthers game when Ben Roethlisberger tore up the defense and the Steelers blew out the Panthers. Yes, we had 30-point games the last 2 seasons, But the offense just hasn't had that explosiveness where you knew, okay, the offense is going to dominate this game. For us, the last few years, it's been all about the defense. And if the defense doesn't show up, then more than likely it would be a loss on the day. So hopefully this season, even though Matt Canada says that the game plan is basically going to stick the same and they look like their identity of the offense, hopefully stuff changes and more execution happens for the Steelers offense because of all the playmakers they've added and all the playmakers they've already had on the team, on the roster. Hopefully things change, even though Matt Canada's words say and show that they more than likely won't that much. So Matt Canada went on and kept speaking about the offense. And here's more quotes I'm going to break down after I read them. Here's what he had to say. There's a balance. There is a balance for us, and we're going to continue to let that grow. But if you look at the stats, the games we turned the football over, we didn't win. That doesn't mean you can play afraid not to make a mistake. But there is a line there. You can't just go out there and wing it around. We have an organizational plan of what we are going to do. We have tremendous defense standing out there, and it's going to be playing really well for us. All those things add up for us. Winning. Stats are great, and we have to do our part, but ultimately, it's only about winning. So, breaking down that quote, once again, he mentions the balance of the offense and saying that you can't play scared. But more times than not, we were playing scared last year when you think about it, because we were running the ball first down, second down, and then giving Kenny Pickett only one chance to throw the ball. And if we never got that first down, then it would be a punt play. How many times did we run the ball for 2 yards and then on 2nd and 8 run the ball again for 2 yards and then put the offense in such a bad position and then putting the defense in a bad position? We've done that many times, and that is kind of playing scared when you think about it, especially for the offense. The defense never plays scared. The defense always does their part, I believe, and it's more about the offense being scared. And he also mentioned the defense and how not to lose the game and how stats are great, but ultimately it's only about winning. So when you think about that, what he's basically saying, and we heard this many times with Ben Roethlisberger when he was with us, especially in his last season, he always said, I don't care if we win by 1 point. As long as we win the game, we win the game. But more than likely, that means it's going to be a low-scoring game. Because if you're not talking about stats, we all know stats and having high performance leads to a better chance to win the game. I would much rather it be a blowout and just know, okay, we're going to win this game and we're going to put our best foot forward and the offense is going to be amazing and do their thing. But when you rely too much on the defense, I keep honing in on this. When you rely on your defense too much, at some point the defense is going to wear down from being on the field for too long. And then when that happens, it puts the whole team in a bad situation and puts you behind in the game. It makes your offense have to step up. But anyway, hopefully now we've added a solid offensive line to kind of build a picket fence for Kenny Pickett to throw the ball. We built an offensive line for Najee Harris to run the ball. We added more weapons to the offense. We even added more people to the defense as well. So our team has gotten better. So hopefully now with, like I said, Kenny Pickett going to his second year, not having Ben Roethlisberger in his last season, not having rookie quarterback Kenny Pickett, but having sophomore quarterback Kenny Pickett now, hopefully that changes in Matt Canada's approach, and the Steelers offense really has a breakout year that we haven't seen in a very long time. So, with that being said, let me know down in the comments below. How do you feel about Matt Canada's comments basically saying, our identity is well known, we will stay where we're at? Do you feel as though he needs to change the identity of the offense that we've seen the last 2 years continuously fail and not put up major points and kind of have to rely on the defense? Or do you believe that now with second year quarterback Kenny Pickett and not rookie that he's going to be able to show out and the Steelers offense will be so much better because Matt Canada now has a guy who he'll build chemistry with and build an offense based upon? Or do you believe that the Steelers offense will still be mediocre like it has been for a few years? Let me know down in the comments below your thoughts on his comments and the Steelers offense going into the season. And also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel down below as well if you like Steelers content, analysis, and reports. like the video, turn on post notifications down below for this channel as well, so you get notified whenever I post next year's video. Click the bell down below so you never miss out. I cover everything Steelers. The last few months, I covered all free agency, all the draft, all of our off-season pickups. So all the introductions to our new players, if you want to go check it out, they're on the channel. Go ahead and watch it. And just know everything moving forward for the Steelers, I'm covering it all. So like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys all later. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.